some traditions to me make no sense. Like no sense whatsoever, like none. And welcome back to the Angry Teacher channel. I'm Richard Williams, the Angry Teacher, and today I'm going to talk to you about becoming a part of your college campus. You know what? I'm going to change that. I will dare say even your high school campus. This is the time of year where I go over tips and things that my high schoolers need as they transition from high school to college. But I'm going to throw everybody in there. And here's some stuff that you can use to become a part of a bigger community. If this sounds like something you want to be a part of, then by all means hit the like, subscribe, and ring the notification bell for the next dope Angry Teacher video. Check out this playlist because it will also help you develop your college skills and figure out what you want to do when you get to college, or before you even get there, how to transition into that new life. Let's get into the video. This is not going to be a long video. I just thought I'm going into that time of year, as I said earlier, where I kind of help my kids transition into becoming college students because we only have like 2 or 3 more months in the building. With that said, one thing that's always been problematic for me is that some of my past students, when they come back to visit and we're all, yeah, we knew this would happen and you're doing great, but you're doing great as students, which is what you're supposed to do, I guess. But you're not getting the college experience. Some are still the quiet ones in the back. Some are still doing too much of the experience, but nothing academic. However, I want you to be well-rounded, and it kind of breaks my heart when you go off and it's been a year and a half and you're still not making friends. So we're gonna try to get you to be a little bit more involved in the community that's on college campus or around the college campus, and so you don't feel alone, you don't feel homesick, and things will be better for both of us, because your pops really wants you to do well. All right, so let's get into it. Number 1, start building connections. A lot of schools have summer programs or programs from your 11th grade summer that you can start being a part of, so you get used to the college that you're going to. So I would suggest you sign up for those bad boys. Visit the campuses, whether you're an athlete or not. Athletes, it's a little bit tricky because there's some rules that you have to abide by, but everybody else, visit campuses, check them out, not just the dorms where you're going to be sleeping or the apartments, but check out how things are on a regular basis. Check out the cafeteria. You got to look out for the caf because, you know, I'm all about the food. Check these places out. Check out the athletics. Check out the common areas. Check out the entrance of the school. Just check out every random thing, because that's a part of your community for the next 4 years, give or take. That's where you're going to be. So you need to be comfortable in that space. Attend orientations. When they offer them, don't give them up, even if it's virtual. Now, it's a big thing now. Everything is virtual, but check it out anyway. At least you get to see the kinds of people who will be attending. You get to see the schools that they're showing, and you get to ask questions and be a part of whatever the presenter is sharing. With that said, I need you to go ahead and after the orientations, I need you to make a friend. Even during the orientations, you know, when your parents are walking around and doing their parent thing, I need you to, you know, become friends with the kid who has their parent next to them. You might not be the one that doesn't even have your parents there. So make a friend with someone when they're, you know, when they have that part where they feed you at the orientations and you're sitting there, you know, walk around, you know, ask a question, just a general statement, and kind of figure out who you can be friends with, or, you know, even if you don't room with the person, obviously, but you might see them on campus again. At least you know somebody else you can give like a head nod to or a fist bump or something, all right? So get out of your shell, kind of push yourself to be that person. I always encourage kids when they go off, when they leave my building, to find someone in the building, that the high school that you're in now, who is going to the same school, at least the same area of the country or wherever you're going. Because it helps to have someone in your community that you know, in your new community that you know. Sometimes it's not a good thing, because, you know, they might be the party ones and you're not, and then they always want to drag you somewhere and you start messing up your grades, or they might be a problem for you, or they might just want to stay in all the time. But at least it's someone else there who understands you're from the same area. You're from the same state, the same city, the same high school, so you understand the same things. So sometimes when it gets lonely and you're homesick, you can always go to that person and they're like, remember when we did this in high school, or remember that person in high school, or remember this person in high school. So it's a little bit easier to deal with all the homesickness. Number 2, strengthen the connections when you get on campus. Don't just think that it's just to get you there and that's it. While you're there, strengthen those relationships. For example, join student groups, be a part of, and sometimes you don't even know you want to be a part of something until you're a part of something. For example, I had a kid of mine who did not like poetry at all. Ironically, he was in my AP Lit class, and so he graduated, was a great kid anyway. He just humored me, and we did it and we went through it, and he went off to Clark, Atlanta, and now, well, then he started a literary club focusing on poetry. And so he became something that he wasn't normally in high school. That's a good thing about college. You can become whatever you want to do because nobody cares at this point. But he went ahead and he did that, and that was who he became, someone who was into poetry. You can start your groups. You can be a part of something else. Just go ahead and do it because you want to be a part of the community. Now, if you realize it's not working for you, it's not your thing, you can always leave. But at least you may know some people. You might leave knowing some people who were a part of your thing, or just get into a group of like minds. All right. Attend a game or a function. Now, as freshmen, especially if you go in the fall, they give you a whole lot of exposure to the school and whatever the school is about and different activities. Sometimes it's a little bit redundant and too much of it, but hey, you need to become a part of the community. So go out there and let them know that, hey, I like this, I'm going to do this, I'm going to try this, I'm going to be a part of this. If you're not an athlete, games may be a little bit daunting because it's the same thing as high school, but just on a larger scale for colleges. But become a part of it, especially if you're from like a warmer climate to go to a colder climate in a sport at night in the cold. That might not be your thing, or vice versa, where you're coming from a colder climate and we have games at night in the south and it's warm and hot and humid and you're not that kind of guy. But just do it, just become a part of that community because you want people to see that you're active. You want people to see that you want to be friendly. You want to be out there. You want to do things with the community that you're now living in and possibly will be for the next 4 years. So just get out of your shell and do things. That's why, grab someone in this, someone in the dorm that you've made friends with. And the cool thing about college is when you're living on campus, force you to be a part of the people in your dorm. So grab one. Hey, you want to go to the game? You want to go to the game? Let's go. All right. Take part of the school tradition. Now, some traditions to me make no sense, like no sense whatsoever, like none. But become a part of it if you're gonna be there for the next 4 years and you want to show that you're a friend. You want to show that you want friends. You want to show that you're down with the whatever it is that they're into. And once again, be safe, be wise, but be a part of something. For example, there are some colleges that have, and I am from the South, but so we don't have certain traditions that mean nothing to us. But I had, one of my kids went to a school up in the North, and when it gets cold, some of the fraternities, they would go in their trunks, their bathing trunks, and just go jump into the cold lake just because. I mean, seriously, that makes no sense to me. But then again, if that's your thing, yeah, he did it. He was in his trunks, went out there, almost got hypothermia. But I'm like, just be safe. Just be safe and wise, but become a part. Let them know that you're willing to be a part of us. You're not just going to be standoffish and then it scars you for 4 years, or they isolate you for 4 years. So those are the two things I really wanted to kind of throw out there. Don't overdo it, but don't deny it either. Don't neglect it because it's not who you are. Remember, you're redefining yourself as a college student, or even if it's a high school. I forgot. I was going to throw you guys in there. Even if you are going to try something new in new high school, middle school you were something else, or you transfer to new school, kind of observe for a little bit and see what's going on. Don't just become that guy or that girl that nobody likes, or because she's standoffish or thinks she's better, or that he thinks he can do differently, or he thinks he's better. But just try to assimilate into the new community and things will be great for you. All right, so those are the two things I'm gonna throw out there and kind of leave you with to ponder and think about. Drop stuff in the comment, talk to me, let me know what you've tried or what you want to try, or when you plan to leave for college, or when you're transferring, and then we'll have a conversation. Welcome to the Angry Teacher community. Check out the other videos. I love y'all. Later.